Welcome back to the Coach's Show with Coach Tommy Ties. We're looking at the highlights of the Vilonia-Harrison game. We saw the first half. We saw the three key plays that were turning points in the ball game. And ironically, at 14-10, we were still in the ball game, but a couple of big plays by Vilonia and put them out ahead. And it's 35-10 at this time.
Well, it will be right after half. It's 28-10.
28-10.
They're going to take the ball at halftime. We talked at halftime, hey, got to have a short memory, man. You got to have a short memory. You got to go out there. What's going to be important is how we start this second half. We give up a big kickoff return right off the bat. Then they smell blood, and they drive it down, and they score. And then it's 35-10. For all practical purposes, this thing's pretty well over with because the offense they run, they're going to grind it and grind it and grind it. Clock's going to keep running. But I was real pleased the way the Goblins fought back, and nobody wanted to win worse than they did. We made the mistakes. Hey, my name's at the bottom of the page. Did a poor job coaching. Didn't get it done. Wondered why do we spend all this time during the week? You want to see the fruits of your labor come true on Friday night. And when you're doing a good job coaching is when you see something you didn't practice
come out
in a game. And we saw a lot of things that did, but not on a consistent basis. And we just got to get better, and we just got to stay more consistent, more persistent as coaches, and hammering on the little things, get better at the fundamentals. And, hey, like I say, we got one game left. We got one more chance to get this thing right.
That's right. We're going to right the ship this Friday night against Huntsville. Let's look at the second half highlights. Ian's going to bring them up for us. And, what a way to have it. They get the ball at the start of the second half.
I know it. We kick it off. And this is the only kick I think all year John's just kind of mishit. And
they get it at the
field at the 10. And we're going to miss him right there. And now he's got a good return, and John's going to turn him back in, and Gelvin's going to make a play right there along with Spears. But we had him down there, and you got to take your shot when you get it. He come out with a sweep in the second half, and 24's name escapes. Boy, he's a fine, fine football player. Run the option play. Put him on his back, man. Don't let him fall forward. Good job there by Jensen. 75 has done a good job for us this year.
He's done a real good job for you.
We hem him up, and we miss a tackle, but we do hang on. Jensen again hanging on till Davis got there. I thought Davis played well. Power play off tackle. This is going to come back. Now, 40 was the fullback last year, and I really don't know why he's not the fullback this year.
Yeah.
He's a bowling ball.
He came in the second half.
But I want you to look at Knowles. Knowles has bigger arms than any of our linemen. That's how strong that guy is. Look at this guy.
This is Wiedenmeyer or Wiedenfuller.
Something like that.
He has one of them big, long names. I know.
He's a good player. He'll be back. They'll move Sachs to halfback next year. They'll put him back in a fullback. We went down and beat their junior high team, Lauren, bad. Their 8th grade team, bad. This thing cycles. Their nose running through an arm tackle and carrying us down inside the 20-yard line to the 15. But a penalty. Let's take advantage of this. Let's take advantage of this. We've got them a long way now.
And they get another one.
Get another one.
We're moving
a lot
back.
of times, if you noticed on their offense, if you watch their wingback, they both start in motion at the same time sometimes. Get there, men. Keep hustling. Don't despair. Don't despair. Keep playing. Here's the pass play. You can't see our secondary, but we backed them off, and we just didn't react to it. You gotta believe, Lauren, in the secondary what you see, and they will tip it to you, and especially the linemen. The linemen will always give away what kind of play it is. They'll either have a high hat, which is a pass play, or they'll come off there a low hat, and you'll know. If you'll just watch the lineman, my wife says, how do you know what play it's going to be? I said, well, I don't know exactly what play it's going to be, but I can tell you if it's run or pass. Well, how you do that? I said, watch the lineman. They either fire off there with their hats low to the ground, or they stand straight up. I said, it tells you every time. I said, and I played in the secondary, and I tell you what, this can be lonely back there. I know one night at Rogers, I had 4 touchdowns thrown over me. That's probably a state record. And that's the loneliest place in the world. This is a great effort here. He just keeps playing hard, plays his heart out.
He played hard. Like I said, when you saw him lead that team out, on the field to start the game, and you saw the intensity and the fire he had the entire. I haven't seen, you see him day in day out, but you saw the emotion that was just coming out. It radiated from him from the moment that the Goblins took the field.
Well, he took it personal that it was going to be the last game that he'd play in a blue jersey. This next week we're going to be in a white. That's the only play all night that we completely botched. We did not block. We didn't get anywhere near blocking that play correctly up front, and we needed it really, really bad right there because it was fourth down and about a yard and a half. And we'd made fourth down how many times during the night?
Oh,
2 or 3 times. And that one was a gimme right there. They were going to give us the first down, because of the way they lined up. And we just completed. The offensive line just did not get the communication that it needed to make that play. But we're fighting hard. They're having to work hard to move the football.
We've not rolled over here. We're still playing football.
There's the fullback. Got him stacked up good inside. Cody Hale, Mitchell. There it is again. Nice job. Seth Willis in there. Nice run here by number 4. I'm sure he's an underclassman.
He is.
He's a good-looking athlete himself. Got another penalty.
And them guys, as you said, the 2 wingbacks there consistently moved.
We dove and missed a tackle, and this gives them a 1st and goal right here. If there's one thing that if I could get it across, we practice this every day. But it's a choice. Life's just a choice. Football is just a choice. Don't dive. Go up and wrap your arms around it. Don't dive. If I could change one thing about this football team, would be their ability to tackle. We dive around on the ground way too much, and until we do that, we're not going to be successful as a football team. Until we become good at the fundamentals, blocking and tackling. I think our blocking got a lot better as the year went along, but tackling has been very suspect from day one. He makes something out of nothing right there.
Keeps fighting, Jeremy.
That's old 28. I tell you what, he's got to be a senior. I don't want to see that guy anymore. Bring up about a 3rd and 5. Oh, nice lick there. 21, nice play. Punt the football. Protection breaks down. They get a hand on the ball. Run the sweep. They got another penalty. And lots of times, like I say, if you notice, they'll roll into their starts. And sometimes officials I will give officials credit for that. They caught them doing it. See, they're leaning right there. They could have called it again. This is, Vilonia got very fortunate. They think they probably got bad calls, but they didn't. They got very fortunate. We're going to the 4th quarter. Nice play here. Taking him out of bounds, out of the way. Good job, Jeremy.